So, adventurers of the arcane and ancient, welcome back to Third Rate Content. And today we're in Ludlow once again, and we are starting off at the Feathers Hotel, the 400 years old hotel in the centre of Ludlow. We're going to be finding out all about its ghostly tales and hauntings and history. So buckle up and I'll see you out here. Built in 1619 by Rees Jones, the Feathers started as a private home before becoming an inn in around 1670, thanks to Thomas Jones, a Royalist captain from the English Civil War. Check out the feathers that are repeated around this hotel, both on the exterior and on stained glass and wood carvings within. They're a nod to the Prince of Wales, a symbol of Royalist loyalty. This place has seen it all: war, intrigue, and apparently a few guests who never checked out. Hello and welcome. Your name is?
Georgia Pugh.
Georgia has kindly, who works at the Feathers, agreed to talk to us about some of the ghosts and stories that have happened here.
There's quite a few here. So we've obviously, this building was built in 1619, so it's very old.
Yeah.
So this part of the building here is our original, and this one was extended in 1630. Yeah. So it's still quite old. So we've got, supposedly, 211 is our most haunted room. So that's the one with the lady in it. So, long story. So years ago, this place used to be a brothel.
Really?
Years ago, before it was everything else, it was a brothel. And a woman found out that her husband was here. So
he was coming here, yeah.
Quite frequently. So she found out and came here to confront him about it. Well, she went that mad that he ended up killing her here. So now she haunts that room.
Understandably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she loves men. When men are there, they can feel their face being stroked. It feels quite warmly, really nice in there. Women, on the other hand, we've had them dragged out of bed, water thrown on them, scratch marks. We've had a lot with women.
Have you been around when any of that has...
I personally haven't, but when I go in that room, I can't breathe.
Really?
It's really, really hard to breathe in that room for me, and some of our housekeepers refuse.
Do they have to draw straws who's going in?
Yeah, pretty much, because they refuse to go in there. Then we also had one, probably about a year ago now. So we had someone come in and do one of them Ouija boards, but we weren't aware of this, and it woke something up. I think they called him Jeffrey or something like that, I think his name.
What, the user of
yes.
the... Yeah.
And it was in between 131 and 133.
33, that magical number.
So he would just alternate between all of them, scratch marks, bruises.
A little bit similar to the...
But he just wouldn't stop. The 211. We get occasional, sometimes she does it, sometimes we don't hear anything, no one sees anything, no one feels anything. But this one, every guest that went into them rooms.
So that that spirit was troubled.
Yeah, pretty much. And we did actually have to get a priest to come in and put him back to sleep.
So when did that happen actually?
About a year and a half ago now.
Wow.
So we had to get someone to come in and put him to sleep.
And he came in with his bag and all the accoutrements that... Did you see him in action? Or
I personally didn't see him because obviously I'm not really upstairs much. But we do have a night porter that works with us, and she saw everything. She sees all of them. So we've got two. Yeah. It's quite funny when you speak to them. The one doesn't believe in ghosts, never seen anything, thinks they're all lying about it. Right. And we've got one where they all come out to play when she's on shift. They absolutely love her.
She's more of a good playmate for the ghosts, if you like.
They absolutely love her. So there's that one. And then we've got the man and his dog. So he likes to just roam around in this area at night. Yeah. And he also he wanders on the second floor between 211 and 218, just walking his dog.
So that is where
that's where most of it happens, is upstairs. We've got our head housekeeper, who she done a night shift once, and she heard an orchestra in the restaurant.
And that might have been something that did go on back in the day.
Yeah. So she heard that in there. There's the naked lady who wears clogs. So there's the bowl next door, which is supposedly haunted as well. So you might want to pop over there. So she goes from their car park to our car park, just walks, but she's only seen by men.
And is that the one that I've done a bit of reading? Is that the one that some people say could possibly be a modern ghost, as in someone's memory of who's still alive, possibly?
Yes. Yeah,
just left a happy memory.
Yeah, so that one is supposedly our most modern one.
Yeah.
But I couldn't tell you.
No, it's just
something that people say. We've got 3 little girls that run round in our in the old hanging room. So we've got a hanging room upstairs, which you're more than welcome to go have a look at.
Oh, wonderful!
I can take you up there and have a look at. So you hear probably about 10:30. You just hear little girls up and down the stairs,
like you
playing.
do hear kids.
Yeah,
you know,
but because obviously we're more of an adult hotel, and obviously me being receptionist, I know everyone that's staying here.
Yeah.
So I know there's no kids here. So I pretty much ignore it. I'm like, yeah, you carry on having fun up there. It sounds like you're.
I would say that's the best way to be.
Yeah.
Really. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So obviously it used to be a hanging room. We've got upstairs. We've got a courtroom upstairs.
Right. So you had the full. I didn't realise this. So it was there was like a judge coming in and condemning people, and they were actually being hung.
Literally, so the courtroom's here.
Yeah.
Hanging room is next door.
Right.
So they literally went from there to there, and that was it. They were gone.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we've got, we call it the Prince Charles Suite, and we've supposedly got 150 ghosts in there.
Wow, they're crammed in there.
Yeah. And then I'll take you up there as well. There's like photos on the wall. They're supposedly all the ghosts. And I can show you the lady who's 211 who's up there.
Oh, I can't wait for this, Georgia.
Yeah. That's all the ghost stories I know.
Is that all?
That's all. But yeah, we can go upstairs if you want to.
I'd love to. So we're just going up to the first floor, and this is where most of the...
So this was the courtroom here.
Wow.
I'll take you through.
Wow, what a room.
So this was the old court.
So people literally got condemned to death in here.
And then just through here is where they got hanged. In this room here.
Wow. And was it a case of they put him up over the rafters, do you know, or was there a trapdoor?
I believe it had something to do with our balcony out here.
Right.
So it was more that the balcony was hollow, so this was open, either wall, and they just go out either wall.
Sounds grisly.
Yeah, not very pleasant.
Not at all.
So I'll take you into the room where we supposedly got 150 ghosts, and I'll show you the photo of the lady in 211.
But the carvings are also, everything is just so ornate. Thank you. Cool. So this was external at one point?
It was, yes.
Thank you.
There we go. So this is our Prince Charles Suite.
And it's named after the
Prince Charles, yeah. Because you've got things of armour. So these are all apparently the ghosts that we have in the hotel. And then this lovely lady here is our lady in 211.
And that's the lady who doesn't like women, but she does like men.
Yes.
And she has got an understandable backstory, really, when you think about it.
When you think about it. So apparently there's 150 ghosts that we have in this room here. And we have a little boy called Gareth. It's our newest one that we found out about. He likes to sit in the windows, just having a look outside, apparently.
This is terrific, and this is a great room where they've got the bar where ghosts can have a nice time in the evenings. Yeah, fantastic. Thank you.
So have a look if 211's free. 211 for you.
And this is a very haunted room.
It is, yes.
You know, it looks like a regular hotel room, but at 3 o'clock in the morning, it could be a little bit different.
It is a little bit different in here, yeah.
Like this is Frank. That's what the staff here have named the entity associated with that suit of armour. And when he gets in the mood, he does throw his shield around. So that's in addition to the about 300 ghosts already that are here. So thank you, Georgia, for giving us this lovely ghost tour.
Good.
And I hope you have a lovely rest of your day.
And you.
Thank you.
Thank you
Cheers.
so much.
Bye. What a tour. Georgia's stories really brought the Feathers hauntings to life, I think you'll agree. From the jealous ghost in room 211 to the living ghost outside. This place is a paranormal goldmine. But why is it so active? Let's dig into a theory that might explain it. The Feathers isn't just a building, it's a time capsule. Built in 1619, it's packed with original timber beams, plasterwork and furniture, all steeped in the turmoil of the English Civil War. Some believe in the stone tape theory, that materials like wood or plaster can absorb emotional energy from the past, replaying it like a recording. Think about the lady murdered by her husband upon confronting him about his affairs at the Feathers. But what if it's not just the walls, but the furniture and the fittings too? Those creepy carvings like the heraldic beasts on the ceiling or the grotesque faces staring down at you. They might be channeling that energy. The Feathers is basically one giant piece of haunted furniture packed with more inside. Every beam, every panel, every chair could be holding on to something. A piece of the past, replaying it for anyone with eyes to see or ears to hear who steps inside the Feathers. It's no wonder the hauntings here are so intense, and it's not just the Feathers. Across the Bull Ring, the Bull Hotel has its own ghosts, like a cavalier from the 1640s. Maybe the whole area is a paranormal hotspot, with buildings echoing the Civil War scars, or even earlier in the medieval ages. We'll explore all this in a future episode, so stay tuned to Third Rate Content. And thank you for watching today's Third Rate Content. I think you'll agree it's been a fantastic visit around the Feathers Hotel in Ludlow, Shropshire, and thank you again to Georgia for facilitating our visit. If you did enjoy today's video, why don't you leave a like if you did, subscribe if you haven't already, but thank you if you have. Hit the notification bell to keep updated on all Third Rate Content goings on, and why don't you follow us on Instagram if you are amenable. I follow back to public facing accounts, and we have new content on there every day. So thanks very much. If I don't see you soon, I'll see you 3 times as soon. Third Rate Content signing out. Bye bye.